And this is from Doom M49. Haven't seen him in a while, but he always covered Battlefield topics. Just because unfortunately, the franchise is kind of going downhill. There's still some people on there willing to make content off of previous titles that have been released. The newer one dropped so hard. Calling it had a shot from the beginning is just it really didn't. It really didn't.
So there was some new Battlefield news that dropped by Battlefield Bulletin, and I don't know how to feel about it because the report is a former ex-DICE dev claims that 98% of the team creating the next Battlefield has not worked on the series' former releases.
Wow,
so
that's not good.
All right, let's see what else he's got to say. He says
that's already red flag number one right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. That means they don't know how the engine works, which is crazy because 2042 have no one that knew how the engine, worked when everybody from the old Battlefield team left. Yeah.
The old DICE leadership has already quit, and EA has hired Call of Duty's GM Byron Bede to work to rebuild the franchise. So
I was not expecting Call of Duty to come in to save Battlefield. I was not expecting that in a million years. My God. My God. We're getting saved by COD. Battlefield's getting saved by COD. Oh my God. Dude, tell me that when I'm tell me that 15 years ago? 10 years ago? Shit, dude, I would not believe you. I would think that you're on something. You need to be locked up. You're definitely on something. My God.
Just to be clear, I'm going to continue reading. His name is Byron because I have a hard time reading this last name, and it's also I have not read this
Byron. I don't know.
To rebuild the franchise. So
I never thought
is it going to be built in the right way or not? I don't know. So if Byron sticks to his vision, we'll get first off a full-priced main game with limited single player. Okay. Seasons, battle pass, and live service. So I don't think we're going to be getting the premium package that we hope to get from Battlefield 3 or 4. It's going live service, which means limited content and
back in my days, chat, we would do epic shit like that and look cool.
Live service that's been out there. Who knows?
Oh, man.
Maybe they're going to finally not really focus games and just focus on content purely.
When you and the homies would go over there and blow stuff
up. Usually you don't really get that much in terms of content, more other than just cosmetics and not really maps.
I feel old.
Weapons, the stuff
still looks pretty good.
Now, it also goes on to say a free-to-play mode like Warzone. Now,
shit, here we go again. Fourth time. Fourth fucking time. 4 times you guys have done this. No, wait. Hang on. So we have Battlefield 5. Okay, so we have 2042, 5. I want to say there was a third one, right? Or is this the third one? They have Battlefield 5s with the Firestorm. 2042's, other take on it. No, so yeah, no, this one is the third one. 3 fucking times they pushed that shit out on us. And no one still got it. No one really cared.
This part I'm just going to dig into here a little bit. I kind of knew this was already going to happen. No matter how you look at it, how you try to shape it, they were going to go down this path.
Yeah.
Because the way I envision corporations look at things is that they see Call of Duty does it well. They see Fortnite does it well. And they see a lot of other...
I'm just going to be honest with you on this right here. Live service games was a mistake. I'm going to be honest with you. Live service games were a mistake. I know some of the was like, oh, I can't believe you say such a thing. I can't believe you would do this. Chat. The main thing for a live service game is just to make more money. They can literally care less about how everything little stuff that would affect gameplay goes. As long as they put out these amazing skins and all that with battle pass and all that little sorts of shit right there. And there actually is a shakeup going on from this. A lot of people are showing that they're very, very tired of the predatory nature of battle passes, which, yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I kind of remember, I used to buy a game they tell you this is what you're going to get, like, you know, Battlefield 3 right here. You get Battlefield 3, the, you know, the base game, or you can buy Battlefield 3 plus the was a season pass that they gave you right there. It was not a season pass, but it was what was it? It was premium, Battlefield Premium, which Battlefield Premium would give you this is what it would give you, a little extra stuff, but so the little extra stuff is just like, oh, you get priority in queue, you get access to a week early with weapons and maps, and then, you know, it's just little stuff that's like, oh, you have a little premium, and then you got premium dog tag too, you know, which if you were to knife somebody, take their dog tags, you get that dog tag to your collection. So just a little bits of other stuff too that you can get. But when you have premium, you buy that and it tells you what you get, as well as 4 expansions, 4 to 5 expansions with probably, like, you know, give or take, like, you know, 5-6 maps on there, average 5, and then, like, you know, 7 to 8, maybe 9 weapons, and like 4 new vehicles added on top of that for that expansion. They don't do that anymore, because they saw how Fortnite and all these other games made money, and people everyone was just like, oh, you know what? Stop sticking with what you're good at. Stop sticking with what you're good at. We're going to do this instead. Even though they've never touched anything like that, you know, but, you know, that's where the money's going. We need to go where the money goes. And I've always said this too, chat. Like, you don't have to be them. Just like what they did in 2042, you don't need to have a second Apex with a different skin on there. Just add extra stuff on Apex, and don't bring that into another franchise that, and this is EA right here, they know exactly, because I've already just, but that's everybody now. Everyone's doing the monkey see, monkey do, because it's working. And people are getting kind of tired with battle passes now, and that's why you see all these single player games you know, that are changing the way how battle passes are defined, and or just embracing the traditional system that I was talking about, how Battlefield 3 had. They were kind of like, okay, here's the roadmap. If you pay extra, like, you know, $30-$40 on top of the base game, you get this, you know, it's essentially, you get your pass and you get little benefits, but you get a secured, you know, you already secured your purchase. They're going, some of them are going back into that. To be fair, I'm all right with that, because, you know, live service games like that, especially like what Call of Duty does and all that, they get expensive. Also, Call of Duty is a fucking joke, to be fair. You got Nicki Minaj right there. When you kill some guy, she just starts, like, you know, twerking in there. I'm like, what the fuck? This was not Call of Duty. This is definitely not Call of Duty. 100% not Call of Duty. Let's get on with this.
Games and so on that had an amazing time creating battle royales, and they're probably scratching their head and thinking, well, why doesn't Battlefield do it? We're going to make a battle royale. I'm assuming they're still going to try at it for the 3rd time in a row.
3rd time, yep.
After
I knew it, 3rd time.
In Battlefield 5.
You know what they say, if it fails once, it costs you like $1 million. Try the 2nd time, it'll cost you another few million.
Will they nail it?
Go for
Will
a 3rd
make
time.
A better one? I don't know. If they do nail it, the only way to nail it, in my opinion, is give us a game that's like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, combined, mixing with the best elements. Add in a bit of the cinematic feel of Battlefield 1 with the behemoth crashing, but in this case, it would be an AC-130 crashing into the map.
I would like
give
that.
us the all-out true Battlefield experience.
I'm not pre-ordering it, just to let you know.
And then,
I refuse to do
that formula. All right,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let Zentrea actually get into that. I don't think she's gonna get into that though.
Get crazy with, but just focus on the main game, the bread and butter that we all want. But who knows? Maybe they're going to try it all at once, and we'll see what happens. Now, the article continues to say that the EA leadership,
that was a nice landing
mentioning
right there.
all of the names of the corporate EA execs, he says that the EA leadership are corpos through and through. They want to extract maximum revenue from their players and drive up shareholder value. They make games to make money, not the reverse, which is kind of what I've said. I mean, nowadays corporations, they don't really look at trying to make a game that's fun. They look at a game
the
that
money, monkey see, monkey do
is the main thing they're going for. Now, it continues to say the goal is a new Battlefield game every year. I think EA has a roadmap to achieve this, but
and I'm just going to say this right here. It's one reason why I don't like Call of Duty, because they make a Call of Duty every year. Chat. You've seen Call of Duty. They barely add anything different. Like that Call of Duty can last you like probably like 4 to 5 years. Hell, and that's just if they do a half-ass job. If they do a knockoff, if they knock it off the the ballpark and just send it flying, that game would probably go to 10 years. Hell, like maybe push it a lot, maybe 11 to 12, if they really actually pushed it. But Call of Duty, they just change little bits of stuff, just little bits of stuff that they add in or take away. And usually the stuff that they take away is the stuff that people tend to like. Just like Battlefield. They kind of go like the same type of release schedule, just like them. Which, at least they have, they always change it up with different settings and different themes. The issue with that is just like, they're giving up on those titles, just like Battlefield 2042 and 5 recently. Those games, they gave up too early. They also pushed it too early too, where those games should have been delayed for another two years at best. And then they just still pushed it out anyway. So I'm not pre-ordering a game from them anymore. I don't want them to be like, oh, look at that. Look, investors. People still love us. No, fuck that. I'm not pre-ordering. If they show it and they do like everything like what Doom is saying right here, I'll buy it a day after. I will buy it a day after. I want to see how many people were gullible enough to actually pre-order for it. Chat, remember, it's 2025. If you pre-order a game, especially digitally, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just gonna say that. Like, you're pre-ordering I can understand a physical copy. I can understand that because if it's a collector's edition. I can understand that. But you pre-order a digital copy. What do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna run out of digital copies? Come on. And if you say, but Sin, the pre-order bonuses, no, that's you see that right there? Look, you're gonna buy it, you're gonna use those pre-order bonuses for like give it half a day, and then you're gonna forget they exist the whole fucking time you play the game. I'm not wrong. Those pre-order bonuses don't do anything. You're gonna see something that probably gonna look a lot more cooler, a lot more badass, and you're gonna want to go after that instead. And it's probably gonna cost money too. It's probably gonna be that. So you're probably gonna get that. So why bother pre-ordering? Because you're just gonna get rid of this stuff anyway. Or like you're gonna use it for like the day or maybe day and a half, and then you're gonna see something that looks a lot more cooler compared to what you have, and you're gonna go after that. And then once you get that, you're just gonna take the pre-order bonus stuff off. Again, if you feel like that you need to pre-order a digital copy just for that reason, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. And if you don't pre-order it and if you pre-order a digital copy just so you can have your your edition right there, bro, you're acting like they run out of digital editions. I understand physical copies. That right there is a difference. That's a different subject than that. But I just want to let you guys remember that right there. There's a lot of games that have been putting pre-orders and pre-order bonuses, and then you pre-order the game, you play the game, and then it just doesn't work, or it's just bad. And then you just realize, wow, I put that money down, and I don't like it. Just wait for people to play it. If it looks good, I will buy it, but I will not pre-order it. Even if the other thing they do, oh, you get to play like 2 days early. Oh my god, then everybody else, if you pre-order the game right now. And some of you guys have shown that when you pre-order a game, we will delete the save data and start you over. If you don't know which game I'm talking about, which game that happened to, you are very blessed to not know that. But now that you know that, I do apologize on that. They could be doing some shady stuff like that. But let's get on more with the video.
We won't see the next game in 2026. Now, this kind of makes me wonder, is this talking about the current Battlefield we're expecting when he says 2026? Or is that the next Battlefield after the new Battlefield? So what I'm getting at is we're expecting a new Battlefield in 2025. Is he saying that we're not going to see another one in 2026, which is fine by me? I mean, get one in 2025, maybe 2027. I don't mind if it's a good Battlefield, but we'll see what happens. But again,
I don't mind if it's a good Battlefield.
Focusing on it seems that this X-Dice dev is really putting on a lot of shade.
$70 you got to play now.
Execs stating that they only care about money, and they've hired, essentially, from what it sounds like he's saying, is the wrong talent. Now, going on to read the rest of it, the article continues to say TT Games is where most of the old Battlefield talent now works. And if you know Embark, then you've probably tried the finals, beautiful product value, and Battlefield-like destruction.
I've played the game in a while.
The X-Dice dev also claims this fresh Battlefield
it was a good
team
play.
Is working
it's
on
just
the next
that,
title following a new philosophy.
I just didn't feel like it was for me.
That's good or bad
just
depends on your personal
movement
outlook.
kind of felt a little kind
what
of
that new philosophy
awkward.
Is I have no idea. My personal opinion on all of this: not great news. Absolutely not great news.
But it was still visually very nice.
To get another Battlefield. And
the theme that they had was really good too.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, they had to have learned. Like, I don't expect them to be a big corporation that can't figure it out. They had to have learned by now that Battlefield 5 was not what we wanted. Some would argue with this, but let's continue with what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, because it was like, okay, Battlefield 5 was 2 World War II. It was 2 World War games. Like, they could have done a modern one, then World War II.
We're looking at a downhill
and kind of done the continuation off of that.
At some point, they got to realize the game that won Game of the Year was Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 4 did pretty well. So just give us a mix of Battlefield 3 and 4 and give that cinematic feel, as I mentioned, with Battlefield 1. It really comes down to that. And I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about all of this and whether
I'm actually okay with that. Like, just imagine AC-130 just crashes down when someone calls it,
and he just wants
for the one site, and then you just get like a whole, it just changes it up.
Good. Me personally, I'm just going to wait to see what we actually get.
Crash like on somewhere like 9 or because if they were able in the map, or crash right on your objective too, which is
up like through the roof and then give us a terrible game.
That would be insane. I really don't. You're just right there. It's like, I'm taking decap. Nothing's going to stop me now. Wait, what the hell is that?
You know, I'm just going to be on the wall about this. I don't want to jump the gun and say, yeah, it's over. It's already over. I really don't know, man. I just want to
just
be
cautious.
So you guys let me know what you guys think, and drop it in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed this type of video, please do drop a like down below and let me know.
That was a good.
Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. This is, man, I just don't want to have my hopes and dreams destroyed for Battlefield, but who knows? We'll see how it goes.
I kind of agree on that. I do not want something like that to get destroyed too. The fact that, like, yeah, like, dude, I played this game since like Bad Company 2, I should say. Bad Company 2. I think if Battlefield if they just completely decide, oh yeah, no, we can't make money off of it, like Tom Clancy, it's like, you can say that you're listening, like we tell you like, oh yeah, no, this and this right here, you can listen but not hear. There's a lot of there's a lot of people that do that nowadays, especially where I work. There's a lot of people that say they listen, but they actually never hear what is being said. Like, they can listen but not hear. And for gaming studios, they have proven that they can listen but not hear. Or some of them just flat out say like, oh, we don't care about your opinions. You over toxic. This is a game that a lot of us, it's like, hey, we just want something like this, and then they just take it as like, oh, that's awful. We don't want that in a game, but it's a war game. What the heck do you mean? What do you want? Also, check out Doom49. He does a lot of these Battlefield gameplays, as well as like Battlefield war FPS games like this right here. So if you are interested, like, give him a check out, give him a like right there, But he's still one of the OGs that I still follow.